Blog Talk Radio.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another Soul Sister show with host Sue Schumacher and myself, Anoulla. And today we have Thursday, April 16th, and we are back on our usual day of broadcasting because last show we broadcasted on a Sunday. That was April 5th, and then we took a break for Easter. So even if it's a crazy time right now all around the globe, I do hope that everybody had a wonderful Easter, as wonderful as one can have. And I know that we're not finished because this week actually Greece is approaching Easter, so they have Easter this week. And we are a live calling show, so calling at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. Join us and ask questions, or why not get a free mini reading live on air. And you can also discuss today's topic with us, of course, or if you have anything else on your mind, just give us a ring at 213-943-3587. If you are an international caller, you dial +1 before the number. And don't be shy, guys. Remember to press 1 on the keypad on your device to be placed in queue, so we see that you want to talk with us live on the show. And I'm Anne, coming to you live from Stockholm, Sweden. On today's show, we will continue the Angel Number series. And angel numbers, what do they mean and how can you interpret them? This is part 2. Plus, we take your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. We are always a live calling worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the US and Stockholm, Sweden in Europe. And you can listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live. Or why not be bold and give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. Ask questions, share your story around our topic, or why not get a free mini reading live on air. International callers dial +1 before the number, and please press 1 on the keypad on your device if you want to talk with us live on the show. And on today's show, we will continue to talk about angel numbers. We are continuing the angel number series. What do they mean and how can you interpret them? This is part 2, plus your calls as usual for questions and mini readings live on air. And if you haven't listened to us before, we are the show that discusses the Akashic Records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general, and we just love to about any and all spiritual topics. It's our passion. And we are a live call-in worldwide, so give us a ring at 213-943-3587. And I actually have to admit that I did miss all of you, so I'm so happy to be on here live on air again, interacting with all of you. And we are very proud that we have listeners in 18 countries. That's amazing. And You can also visit us on YouTube. Search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And if you like us, please subscribe so that you can keep yourself updated. We are putting up short videos of upcoming shows on YouTube and also full episodes of past shows. So that's making it easier for anyone to listen to our shows. Now, it's time. Let me bring on my co-host for Soul Sisters for today, Sue, all the way from Arizona in the U.S. Hi, Sue. How are you?
I'm doing good, Sissy. Just getting over a little bit of a sinus thing, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Weather is nice. It's nice out here too. That's some really nice weather.
Oh,
how is it out there,
nice
by the
here
way?
Too. It's nice here too, but we are in the season for pollen right now. So because Sweden has so kind of cold winter, when the springtime is coming, everything is opening up at the same time. So it's like flower all over the place.
Right.
I don't have any allergies actually, but I'm affected too because it's too much.
Right. It's dry out there right now too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The air. Yeah.
And actually the wind is blowing also, so a little bit of rain would be nice for us.
Right.
That would help for all the pollen.
Yeah. Tell me about it. That's why I've got a little bit of a rough voice today. We have the same thing going on here, so I'm with you. I understand.
I know. Everybody listening in, now is a great time for you to get your spot in the queue. So call us at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 on the keypad on your device to be placed in queue if you want to talk with us live on the show. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And of course, you're welcome to go to scrollsofthesoul.com where you can find out all there is about us. Now, a reminder once again, the last time here. Call in now for questions and free mini readings live on air. Get your spot in the queue. Call us at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 on the keypad on your device if you want to talk with us live on the show. And before we move on with today's show, I know that my beautiful sister wants to recap what last show was all about.
Yes, I do. So last show was, of course, like Ann said, we had Easter off. So the beginning of the month is always going to be a topic around soul realignment, which is a passion of both Ann and myself. And what we try to do is kind of fill you in on some of the areas that we investigate when we go into the Akashic Records. So the last time we were doing soul realignment, we chose binding, pacts, and vows, and that's definitely interesting. I think we reached the binding areas, I believe, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check. So I'm pretty sure it was just the bindings, and we may continue it next month because these are important areas in the records where it connects us to things that we may have done in prior lifetimes, and that can affect us now. That is occurring in our lives. And we go in and we... Go ahead, Ann.
I'm sorry, Susie. It's actually, it may sound negative, but we are not approaching this because it's negative. We are approaching this because many times, and even if you are somehow aware of your actions and what you do, we are kind of steered by our experience, our upbringing, what we're supposed to say, how we're supposed to act, and a lot of things that sometimes actually goes against us. That and we therefore make some blocking energies around us. So it's quite
Right.
common.
Right. And that's very much what, having pacts and vows and bindings, those things do create blockages. And when we investigate that as a practitioner, it really makes sense to the client when we can bring forth that information and what's happening a lot of sense when that comes forward in our research. That was the beginning of the month, and like I said, we always try to take on this particular topic, full realignment topic, at the beginning of the month, and just kind of pluck out some information that we look for to help our clients. So, with that being said, I hope everyone had a great Easter. Like Ann said, we took a little time off for a little bit of Easter vacation, so to speak. And go ahead, Ann. Were you going to say
I actually I have to admit something. I had Easter last week, right? I'm going to have Easter, but I'm still on here with you guys because I always celebrate both the Swedish one and the Greek one. So I'm very fortunate. So I can have Christmas 2 times because in Sweden they are celebrating 24th of December, and in Greece, like most of the world, they celebrate 25th. And when it comes to Easter, they are very rarely having it at the same time. So that makes me have 2 Easters each year.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah, well, the downside would be is if you had a lot of children and you had to do that twice. Not that, a downside, you know what I mean? It'd be pretty difficult to have to do it twice.
Yeah, and maybe you have to watch what you're eating because it's easy to gain some pounds, right?
Oh yeah, I would imagine, especially in the Greek culture, all the wonderful food that they cook.
Yes, they have too many.
Okay, so moving to the topic today. So we were doing angel numbers, and the last time we did, we started off with the 111, and there is a site we go to, which is Joanne. Did I get that right, Susie?
Yes. It's kind of tricky to say it on radio, but I do. If anyone hears this, you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/live, and I post the link to this website about angel numbers, and she has many. So she actually covers a lot of them, and even uneven numbers, and that's interesting.
Right.
So
right. And the last time when we took up this topic last month, it was interesting with our callers how many people notice numbers, and don't necessarily know what they mean or how to interpret them. And so it was pretty intriguing the last time we took up this topic. And I think, like you and I both said, we see them all the time. You get bombarded with them all the time. And not to say that we know what all of them mean, but we definitely know, there's a message coming through when you start seeing them everywhere, So,
yes.
All right.
We actually have Lily Fairy in the chat room. So if you hear us, Lily Fairy, I know you hear us. Give us a few minutes, and we come back to you with an answer for the reading.
And
okay,
and our callers as well. Just hold on, and we're just gonna go through some of this information with numbers, and then we'll get to your call. Before I do, though, before I take on the numbers, I just want to again just bring up the topic everyone is living with. We're all living through and with this corona virus that's going around. And, as far as how everyone's feeling, I'm sure everyone's sick and tired of being locked, in their homes here in the States. But like everything in life, all things must come to an end. And try to keep in mind that we're moving forward, and that we will get through it. We all will get through it.
Yeah. And I actually have something to add, and I know that there are a lot of things being said about Sweden, but we are not locked up because we are supposed to use our own common sense, and you can have a lot of opinions about that when it comes to how people actually will use their common sense or not. But I think that we are not as bad as here. We're not one of the worst countries. So we are. I think that they are successful with how they are handling it here. So if you hear anything bad about Sweden, please use your common sense.
Right. I can confirm that with Anne by all means. And not that I'm, this. I think we're all everyone's going to get back to work, and things are going to settle out as they should. And here in the States, for instance, we have 50 states, and I think each state is kind of taking on some heavy-handedness, and that's going to eventually work itself out and resolve itself. I don't think that we're being demanded, we stay indoors and locked up. I think it depends on where you're at. It's being advised, I have my own ideas about that, but that's for another day. Just know, like everything in life, all things have to come to an end, and I believe that we're on our way here in the States to kind of start to get back and open up the country. And I know that, we all just need to do our best, keep our heads above water, and help those who may need some help. Keep that in mind. Not everyone has it easy. And if there are those who need help and that they do, of course, do your best to help out. It's, it's a tough thing a lot of countries are going through. So, okay.
Yes, it is actually. And it's closed down for all the world, basically. So, of course, that's a very big thing.
Right. But, fear, I've got to speak about fear, because I think this is important. I think, you can't let fear drive you. And a lot of this has created much fear around the world, and even here in the States. And I personally, I just won't allow it. I won't allow that to drive me daily, because once you do, you get stuck in fear, and you have to learn to kind of weave through some of that. And we're not people who tend to sit back and wait. We're normally go-getters here in the States. We normally move forward. So just know that to get through fear is something in which you be objective. Stand back and be objective. I think a lot of the media around the world is kind of having a good time creating fear, and that can freeze you. And my advice would be turn it off. Find something else to do. Don't get sucked into the negative, because that is negative. All the fear that's being put out
focusing on the negative will only create more of the negative and more fear. So it's kind of, I'm not saying that one should not be cautious and protect oneself, but I think it's a balance between also keeping focus on positive things and keeping focus on that the world will survive and we will continue and everything will open up eventually.
Right. Yeah. So, with that being said, let me get into the topic a little bit. Angel numbers is definitely, numbers in itself are very powerful. And when we start to see them or notice them more and more, one of the things I would definitely advise, of course, understand why or what it is that's happening, because it's a message. You're receiving a message, and it's to me, it's a growth thing. When it starts to happen, when you see numbers and you start to see them all over the place, and you kind of correlate what's connected with those numbers. For Anne and I know it's more of it's a spiritual thing, and we're being nudged. We're being nudged to say, hey, this is what's happening. These are the things that are going on, and it's raising awareness. Numbers really raises your awareness. So last time we took on 111, and I'm just gonna kind of review it real quick. So 111 is a powerful number of manifestation, manifesting and manifestation, and carries the combined attributes and energies of number 1 and the karmic master number 11. So numbers, number 1 will, I lost my place here. Sorry about that, guys. Number 1 resonates with assertiveness, independence, motivation, new beginnings, striving forward, leadership, inspiration, positivity, achieving success. So there's quite a bit of information to each number.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do just a quick review of, because we tapped into that the last time we spoke about this. Angel number 111 appears and is recognized and acknowledged. The repetitive number sequence generally progresses onto other numbers and messages. As your angels, they have new and different messages to send you. And that, of course, that makes total sense. That this is what's happening, and we need you to kind of see, what's going on. I'm going to move into 222. So if I sound a little bit off today, guys, I've got a little allergy thing going on. Angel
I have
number
to tease
22.
you. I have to tease you a little bit. Your voice is very sexy.
Yes, it sounds kind of rough. I can hear it. It sounds kind of rough.
I just had to say that. I'm sorry, guys.
It's that time of year. Every year, right around April. We're talking about allergies, and of course, I get that nasal drip, so that's always a lot of fun. Anyways, I digress. Okay, so moving to thanks, Anne. Angel number
You're welcome.
2. I'm not going to get through this. You're going to make me cough. All right. Be patient, guys. Hang on. We'll get to you. Let me just get at least to 222. Okay. Angel number 222 is made up of attributes of the energy of number 2, clearly. Appearing triple, making number 222 a very powerful vibration. 222, I'm going to tongue tie myself here, I can feel it, carries the attributes of the, don't start laughing, Sydney, carries the attributes in the number. I'm not going to get through this one.
I'm sorry. I think that we are cheering up the radio a lot today because laughter is a good vibration. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm keeping quiet.
Good. Okay, I'm trying to be serious here. Okay, try again. I digress. Number 222 carries the attributes of the numbers 2 and 22, the master builder number that resonates with ancient wisdom, vision, idealism, transformation. Number 2 lends its influences of faith and trust, encouragement, attainment, and success, adaptability, diplomacy, and cooperation, duality, service, and duty, balance, and harmony, selflessness, faith, trust, and the divine life purpose and soul mission. Wow, that's a really good number.
Yes.
222 has to do with balance, manifesting miracles, and new and auspicious, I can't say this word, and timely opportunity. 222 encourages you to take a balanced, harmonious, and peaceful stance in all areas of your life. Just that statement right there, harmonious and peaceful stance. You kind of feel that way with that number. Does that make sense?
Yes.
With 2,
yes,
2, 2.
It does make sense. And two is the number of a pair for many things, like having a relationship with someone, or even all relationships, or having things two of each. So it's a very good number in that sense. It's a balanced number.
Yeah, it feels that way. For me, I know not everyone would feel that way, but it definitely feels that way. 2, 2, 2. The message is to keep the faith and stand strong in your personal truth. Angel number 222 tells you that everything will turn out for the best in the long term. And that's really kind of a great thing to know. So when you see that number, when it pops up a lot, that's a clear message. That things will be okay in the long run.
Yeah.
Do not put your energies into negativity. We were just talking about fear. And fear is, by the way, negative by nature. Be aware that all is being worked out by Spirit for the highest good of all involved. Angel number 222 is also reminding you to keep up the good work you're doing. And I could tell you, quite honestly, they're working with numbers. The one thing I have noticed over the course of years is that there is this reminder about how you're evolving. You kind of find it in all the numbers, that there's an evolution going on, that there's an awakening occurring with these, with numbers. And, and to keep up doing what you're doing, that message is always there consistently. So, so that's basically a summary of 222. I think I will move into one more before we. Oh, actually, no, we're kind of coming up on the bottom of the hour. Do you want to go into?
Okay.
Go into that, and then we can take phone calls or do if there's someone in the board.
So, actually, I'm starting with the mid-show announcements, and then we can answer the question in the chat room, and then we can take the call. Is that okay?
Sounds good to me.
So, everybody listening, we are so happy to be with you here again, and I'm a jokester today, so please bear with me. I'm the funny woman here.
Yeah, and I'm the boring one. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't mean that way. You just had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, yep. Okay, go ahead.
So if you haven't called in yet, now is a great time to call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 on your keypad if you want to talk with us live on air. And on today's show, we are continuing to talking about angel numbers. We continue the angel number series. What do they mean and how can you interpret them? Part 2. Plus your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And of course, you can always check out our radio channel at scrollsofthesoul.com. Show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is Thursday, April 23rd, with Soul Sister Show, of course, and we will be holding open lines. That means you can call us with whatever is on your mind when it comes to spirituality, and we take your calls for questions and mini readings or just to discuss with us anything spiritual. Live on air as usual, and we'll be on next Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific, in the US, 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece. You can always keep yourselves updated on our shows at scrolltothesoul.com/upcoming. And I haven't actually put up next week's show, but I will as soon as this show is over, so it will be up there soon. And we are always a live call-in worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the US and Stockholm, Sweden in Europe. And know that you can always listen live and text chat with us during the shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. So, Sissy, I'm ready.
Okay. Well, let me take a call first before you answer Little Fairy, okay? I'm just going to grab a call.
Okay.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hi, this is Laura in New Jersey.
Lauren or Laura?
Laura.
Laura. Hi, Laura. Welcome.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Forgive us if we sound a little off today. I'm kind of trying to get over some sinus stuff, so sorry about that.
Yeah, with the pollen. That's okay. I've been seeing the 1212 a lot,
Nice.
all over the place. Don't know what that means or what they're trying to tell me.
Well,
Okay.
one of the things you can do, and were you going to try to see if you could find out for her?
Yes.
Or no?
I actually, if you want a good site that makes it easy, because basically angel numbers are stemming from numerology, but they also are interpreted. There's a nice page. It's Angel Numbers by Joanne Sacred Scribes. And if you go to scrollsofthesoul.com/live, you can find the link in the chat room. And she's actually, what I love about this page is that she doesn't only bring up numbers like 1 or 2 or 11 or 22 or 55 or 111222 and things like that, because she's also bringing up numbers. I think she has up to 4,000, something like that. Because 1212, if you are counting it in a numerological way, you can start to understand some things, and it's very common to see. So when this is occurring for you, it sounds like you saw that number on the clock a lot, because that's a way that we can see 1212 a lot, or even you can see it in other places. So also pay attention to what other things are going around. What are you doing? What are you thinking of? Did someone call you? You're thinking about someone else? Do you hear anything? Do you feel anything specific? Because that's going to bring you to an understanding what it means. But what she says here about angel number 1212 is that it's a powerful sign, and numbers that are occurring for us many times are powerful in themselves. So this is for you, what she says here, and you can interpret how you feel about it for yourself, that you are to step out of your comfort zone and take some new directions, meaning that there's a change coming in for you, most likely a significant change that will help you to move along in a different direction, because number 1, you can sense that number 1 is like a new beginning. You can have either 0, that's also considered sometimes a new beginning, but number 1 is a new one. If you have 1, 2, that means that you have stepped a little bit further on that path, so to speak. So maybe the change have already occurred for you, at least a part of it, if that makes sense.
Well, 2 represents balance and harmony, duality, faith, devotion, adaptability,
yes.
diplomacy, things of that nature. Go ahead,
Yes.
Ann. Sorry.
Yes. No, it's okay. You can basically what the angels are saying according to this page is that this is a good way of using positive affirmations and visualizations, and also to take some time for yourself and feel in your moves without getting into fear or anything. Just look at the signs around and follow the signs, because you are going to be guided. And the beautiful thing about numbers is that this goes for my own experience too. When I started off getting a lot of angel numbers, first of all, they gave me numbers like 222, 555, and things like that. But when you delve into it and look at the numerology side of it, and also if you look at what other numbers are occurring at the same time, because if you see the clock tells 12, and then you see another number somewhere else, but it may not be an even number, or a number that you may have caught your attention otherwise. It can be something like 84. That's going to tell you a story too. I don't know if all of this makes sense to you.
No, it does. It's been random, and I've been seeing it in different places, not just on the clock, but on receipts and different places. And it just feels like they're trying to tell me something.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely magnifying itself.
Yeah.
Yes, and sometimes there's a strong message from the angels when they give us numbers. So if you pay attention, if you see this 12 somewhere else, it's not the clock, what time is it? So you can count that in a numerological way and see, what does that specific time tell me? What does that add to the 12 number? If that makes sense. So that brings you a more complete message. And sometimes, like they did with me many years ago, when I was seeing 555, 999, 888, I was literally seeing numbers all the time. But they just wanted my attention, and they wanted me to, it's like knocking on someone and say, hey, we have a message for you, pay attention. And then I started to realize that,
I noticed something, so I want to confirm what you're saying is specifically with this number, it's about stepping out of your comfort zone in order to obtain your goals, okay? So, and then 2, so that would be 1, and then 2 represents balance, harmony, duality, faith, right? So pair the 2 together. I mean, there's definite bold message here. It is about coming out of the comfort zone. And have you been trying to come out of your comfort zone, or were you aware that maybe you needed to step out of what's comfortable right now?
Well, so
kind of to obtain those goals.
That's the thing. I think they're trying to tell me that they want me to go in a different direction with my career.
Right.
But it's what I've known for a long, long time, and I'm not sure. Yeah. And then I'm not sure if they want me to move and out of state. So I started looking for jobs out of state, and I'm not real comfortable with that because I don't know. It's like, if that's a bold move. I'm in a place right now where I'm just uncertain about my career path.
Right.
And I think they're trying to tell me. Yeah. I think they want me to do something different. I just don't know what to do.
Well, with the number 1, of course, number 1, okay, so you're talking a sequence of 1, 2, 1, 2. So number 1, of course, is to get out of our comfort zone, right, in order to obtain our goal. And then 2 is represents balance, harmony, duality, faith, devotion, insight, cooperation, adaptability. There's a lot involved with 2 as well. So I think you're going to know when that number just keeps presenting itself. That's the message, is to move out of the comfort zone. And maybe it's not necessarily what you think either. I mean, it might be other areas in your life you haven't thought of. It may be this too, but it may be something else. But it's okay It's okay. You're going to do it at your pace. There's going to be, balance here. There's going to be harmony here. Faith,
and I
having
go through
faith
stages.
too.
I go through stages where I see other angel numbers too, like that.
Right.
But for right now, currently in this present moment, lately it's been 1212.
For how long?
Yeah.
About how long?
It's been the past week and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
right.
actually have something here. This comes from the cards and intuition, so it's basically not connected to the numbers themselves. But I feel I have a strong sense here that it has to do with your career, and I see the world. And in your case, that would mean that there are maybe some good options, and if you follow your guidance and step out of your comfort zone, but don't fear at the same time. Approach this as something that's a nice thing and a positive thing to see what you can do and what options you have. Because I sense that it is in another state for you. That's what I'm sensing.
Okay. Yeah, good. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Helpful.
Yeah, I do agree with that with Anne, as far as being out of state. Look, everything comes in its time, and you'll know. You'll know.
Yeah.
And especially pay attention to the other numbers, too. Because I have a feeling you're seeing other ones as well. It's just that 1212 is so coming in so strong right now. So if you pay attention to the other numbers as well, you might be able to kind of piece some of it together.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good.
So.
And then keep in mind what I'm thinking of at the moment. I see the numbers. Is that right too?
Repeat that, Laura.
Yes.
So should I also take into account whatever I'm thinking of at that moment?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Everything around you, what you're thinking, how you feel. If something, a memory came into your mind at that specific time. If you're not seeing the number on the clock, what time is it? Everything. If you hear something.
Well, they drop pennies when I'm worried. So it's always kind of like a reassurance.
You know what? That's, do you have a father figure who, I got a message about a father love.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there someone you've lost? A father figure who you've lost?
Yes.
Okay. That penny message is from this father figure.
Wow. I get them a lot. Yeah. I could pull up.
Father's love.
Usually when I pull up in the parking lot, I'll get out and there'll be the penny right there. But I find them in other places too, even odd places. Very odd places. I'll find them.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely that's definitely a message from the father figure. Wow. I'm just trying to see. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. The strength gained from such love is often, I can't say the word because I'm brain farting. That's what happens when you've got sinus and you fog up a little bit. Basically, it is a message for you, and you are being, you are loved, and it's a recognition. Okay, so just say thank you to that father figure. Letting you know that they're there, and supporting and loving.
Yeah, I always do. I always thank them or them.
Yeah.
So I didn't
right.
Dad, but yeah.
Oh,
thank
nice.
you so much. It's been great.
Oh, awesome. Well, listen,
thank you so much.
Keep in touch with us, Laura. Let us know how things are going. We love to hear back from our callers and listeners just to see how things have progressed and if anything new has come up. And we're going to try to take on this topic at once a month at least. Probably the third week of every month we'll do something with numbers. So
good.
So next month even, just know the third week in May we'll continue more with numbers and maybe let us know, how things might have advanced and what other numbers might have come in.
I will.
Yes.
I will.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank
for
you very
calling.
much.
God
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
Laura. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Okay. All right. Is there any? Now you said Little Fairy was in the chat room.
Little Fairy, yes.
Little Fairy.
Little Fairy's there, and I know. Yeah, I know. Little Fairy's hearing us. So the question from Little Fairy is, hang on, I need to scroll here. I'd like to ask for a message on my love life for the rest of the year, please. Single for years. I'm looking for a new job. Once I find it, hope to focus on love. Thanks. From Little Fairy.
The love
Going to
question.
see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing the same. Hang on. I think we're both doing some cards.
Yes. Yes.
Huh. Well, Well, there's definitely confirmation that that's a very strong driving force here.
Yes.
The feelings of wanting to express and explore romance. That's completely understandable. Seems to come very strong here for Little Fairy. I'm not getting a timeline though. I don't know what you're getting right now, Sissy.
Just give me here, Little Fairy. What I'm getting, this is from the cards, and this feels to be in the past. This feels to have been. I think you are mentioning that too. It feels to have been a little bit of a challenge, maybe a little bit of a struggle for you to find that specific love that you are seeking. So the best thing is that just be aware of how you are thinking yourself right now, because that's very important. That determines what we are attracting when it comes to love. But I do see that there are possibilities that are going to present for you, and if they haven't come in yet, I sense they are on their way, and that might sound strange when we are locked up right now. But don't despair. Things are not always what they seem to be, so there are always opportunities no matter what appears in the physical reality. So just keep being positive, and I feel that there's someone actually approaching you, or maybe you just meet up, something like that, because I actually see the lovers, and that means a couple, and that someone is offering something. So I think that this is someone who approaches you more than you approaches this person, and it feels to be justice involved in this question also. So that justice in this sense would mean choices and consequences of the choices, and another word for that is karma. So that's in a good place, but just monitor how you think about this. It's very easy to say, I know that, but it's easy also to keep ourselves in the same frames as we have been. I mean, mind frames, to think in the same manner. So try to expand that and step out of that zone to realize that everything is actually possible, even if we can't see it at that specific moment. So there's someone coming. And I feel that it's something that has to do with abundance in love. So it feels to be very different from what you have been experiencing earlier. And that's so important too, because you can't keep doing the same things or responding in the same manners. You have to change something in order for the circumstances to change. And that's something you can do with how you approach this and how you think about it.
Can I confirm that? Can I confirm that for you?
Yes.
That last statement, Sissy? Because
yes.
What's really going on here is blockages. Okay, and from that, I'm getting healing family issues. This goes way back. So there's something that goes on that's occurred years ago. And it's about forgiveness, and especially forgiveness of parents. This blockage that's occurring now and continues to occur happens because of events that occurred really early on. And because of that, we'll kind of repeat the same patterns over and over and not understand why. And from what I'm hearing, it's really important that she goes back and looks at and starts to review some things that occurred as a youth. And forgiveness is really important so you can move forward. It doesn't mean you forget, but this is what's blocking you from moving forward with something historically that's going on that goes back to childhood that needs to be looked at, reviewed, and dealt with. And I'm not saying it's something that happens overnight. We all have gone through our own personal family issues, but it's what's getting in the way. This is getting in the way. And until this starts to clear up and there's some understanding and some forgiveness, once you break that pattern of this, then you're going to start breaking the pattern of other things. There's blockage going on here. I feel very strongly about that. So I hope that makes sense, and I don't mean it to come off cold or cruel in any way, but we can get in our own way sometimes and repeat these patterns and not necessarily know why. And this is a strong indicator that there's things that have to be worked out first.
Yeah, and we all go through that, and we never get ready, because that's why we came here, right? If we were ready, we wouldn't come here. I'm just making a joke all the time. If I can pick and choose, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
That's a statement of mine.
Well,
so thank you so much. Have been stuck in the same pattern for years, indeed. Yes.
Yep.
And that's so important, Faye, because be kind to yourself and acknowledge yourself and pat yourself on the back, because when you are aware that you are repeating something, that's a step towards releasing it. So we all have done this, and some things are so sitting so deep down in our bones, if I can express it in that way, that we need some time to come through the process. And it's the same for all of us, because it's so easy to see someone else, and it's so hard sometimes to see your own patterns, because that's what it is. And the beautiful thing is that, because there's always something beautiful with everything, no matter how it looks like. And some of us have walked through mud, actually. But the benefit of doing that is that you come out and you actually see. If you haven't experienced anything, you can't experience yourself. You can't grow, because you have nothing to compare with. So that's the benefit.
And go. This just keeps jumping out at me. It's so strong right now, is about healing family issues. That is a huge block. So it's really important to just kind of do some reviewing, going back, and I know that's easier said than done. And we all choose to either forgive or not forgive. But I can tell you this, when you don't forgive, it can create a blockage. And like I said earlier, it doesn't mean you forget, but forgiving is part of releasing, and it helps to change old patterns. And it's a start. So just consider reviewing some things and maybe facing them as best as you can.
And sometimes if we have things that are from our childhood, by society we are told that we are supposed to have patience with people because they are family, they are siblings, they can be parents, it can be exes, it can be anything. But we don't have to cope with anything we don't want to. The thing is that if we leave a situation with anger, we are going to hold that energy. We are going to maintain the angry energy. That's not going to help us. So by releasing something and forgiving, you actually clear the energy for yourself, and you can't clear it for anyone else if they don't want to, because that's up to them. So some people, no matter what, they won't change. So we have to make a choice. How are we going to let this move forward? Are we going to remain in the same pattern, making them, because we think and we have been taught that we have to digest all of this and just accept it and stay there, or we can just say, okay, I maybe have to cut. Sometimes that happens too. We have to cut with someone. And forgiving does never ever mean that we accept something that we felt have had a bad impact on us. No, but it means we clear the energy for ourselves. And many times also that can help someone else to be a little bit different. But that's just a benefit if that happens. It's nothing that we can steer. We can't steer anyone else.
Yeah, and I think once you decide to take that on, you decide to maybe just start reviewing what may have been in the past. That once you review, okay, you start to see the patterns that get created and the blockages that occur. And like Ann said, and like I said prior, you can forgive. It doesn't mean you forget. But I think when you make that call and that occurs, you're going to notice a shift. So I think this is more important than you may actually realize when it comes to moving forward. And it helps. When you have a blockage, this tells me this is a huge message about what's been blocking you as far as future love and future relationships. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Yes, we hope that helps. And know everybody's trying to cope the best they can, and know that the highest energy of all is love. So if we can come to that place, sometimes we need to get it out of our system. We need to yell. We need to swear a little bit. We need to get it out from us. But we don't want to continue in the same thing. So we have to come to a point where we make a choice about it, and that's when we can release it.
Right. Well, I hope that helped. I'm going to move on and take the next caller. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hang on. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, ladies. I've talked to y'all before. Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Melissa.
Hi, ladies. I had to go
How
back
are
to
you?
To all this work.
How was your Easter?
I did buy a chocolate candy for me, and didn't, can't go outside. I already had it, but it was okay. Wishing this is over.
We all are, okay, but it's going to come to an end. It will. Have some faith. Don't get stuck in the fear of everything, okay? Because fear is what's going to stop a lot of us. So it's coming to its end. So what's going on, Melissa?
Yeah, thank you, ladies. So you've been advising me for the past 2-3 times procedure for me to do, and I have been doing it. I have, and things unfold just like you stated. So you are, I would literally, anybody would take very serious what you say, because you are, you are very true. You're in the skills and on the job and what you know. Because I did what you said, and I thought it was impossible, but it started unfolding, and I was like, thank God I asked for some guidance, because I needed some. So thank you. So my question, and I'm being honest for the heart. my question is, my question is, so as you know, me and gentleman, which he has opened up and spoke more of his emotions and what he goes through.
Right.
But we had a little bit of conflict. This is a lady, just with the letter C. She looks like she has some form of interest in him. She's a little bit higher up than him.
Okay.
But we've been careful. And if you look at it, I spoke to the main owner, and he already have given her a warning. And I gave the owner events that he could look at the camera. So Ms. Carmen told him some lies about me, but he told me, I know it's not true, but you're gonna have to wait till the end of the month to come back. I said, oh, you're right about that. This is a little bit hard when this lady, even on Valentine's, she gives you chocolate candy. Because I don't pay attention to that. I said, no,
right.
But we have a conflict. So I like, right, man, thank you, man. And so I told the owner, that she's giving him chocolate candy, a big heart on Valentine's, man, when she's higher up. But there's 3 owners to it. There's 3 owners that own it, and but the main one owns 70% of the share. The main one that I left communications with. What do you see happening? Is she getting reprimanded? Do you see him, or what do you see them able to get back by the end of the month? But you see her leaving the company, like reprimanded.
Well, right now, first thing that just jumped out was just the drama of it all. Is he recognizing that this is creating drama? Is he acknowledging what you feel and what you see?
Yes, he knows it's not true. So, but he said, I need time. It's true. He does need time to think about it because she's a little bit higher than him. But I told the owner that she screamed at me. She threatened me with some lies.
Right.
Some customers did complain on that day that happened. Right. So and I told him she likes him, and I forgot to tell you she even gave him balloons and say I love you. She's about 14 years older than him. So
right.
What do you see? Can you advise me on this process, or what do you see from the owner taking action on her? What do you see on that? I think that's
right. Now, there's like this power play going on, which I know you know. It's a huge power play.
What do you see?
All right.
What do you advise
I'm trying to hold on because I'm actually doing some automatic writing. Anne, are you seeing anything?
Yeah. I'm actually confirming I see the power struggle here too.
Right.
I have a worse name for it than you. It doesn't mean that it's all negative, but there's there are things in this that are kind of coming back and forth between this lady and him. But I do have a feeling that it will be sorted out. That's what I'm sensing. So it will come to a good place for him. But he needs to, if he's a believer in spiritual ways of thinking and solving things, the best thing would be for him not to put in too much energy into what's coming from her. I do feel that she wants to approach him somehow, and maybe he feels a little bit bad about saying no, because that makes him feel bad for his work and things around the work. But I do feel that it's going to come to pass if he just focuses on being strong and being who he is and not stepping into this kind of drama that's showing up right now. I know that's very easy to say, but that's the best way of handling things. So we just keep on. Try to avoid argumentations and things like that, because that will fuel the drama. I don't know if this makes sense to you.
She's going to also be her own demise, Melissa. She will be the one who causes her own demise. And you're being advised, take a step back and observe right now. Don't step in it, okay? Take a step back and observe. Does that make sense? Because as soon as you step further into this, it creates more drama. There's going to be things that are going to happen. They're going to pan out. She's not a nice person. This isn't nice, but it is the public that's going to. How do I want to word this? There's going to be people in the public, okay, which are going to make this more known. She's going to cause her own demise. Just let her be the one who drives the stake in it, and you just take a step back a little bit. Just observe, follow your own intuitions, and don't step in it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because I'm seeing this is not someone nice. And you don't want your energies, you don't want to connect into that. There are things that are going on right now, and it's going to be really evident to you eventually. So just hang in there and observe right now. Don't give too much information, but pay very close attention. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. She told me I can't go to work this week because she's holding my job. She's holding my job. But the thing is, do you see right now the owner? Is he involved? Is he checking the fact that I gave him? Is he on my side? The owner. It's important.
Yeah.
Please.
There's this I keep getting power play and struggle. There's a tug of war going on right now, and it's hard to kind of weave through some of it. And that's why I keep coming back to just observe the best that you can without stepping in.
I'll do that. I will.
Do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You do it well. And let this play out a little bit more. It looks very messy. This is where I'm having trouble weaving through some of it. It's very messy right now. I kind of see like someone in the middle, and it may be your boss. Maybe. There's a lot of garbage going on here, huh? A lot of negative stuff.
Yeah.
Melissa?
But
Yeah.
Melissa?
Yes, lady?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
sorry for that.
It's messy.
Yeah.
It seems very messy. So it's
But
yeah.
Ladies, I trust that, like you said, it will work out. I'm stepping back, and I know that there's 3 owners, so probably you're seeing that there's the other 2 owners are involved as well.
Right.
I think that's what you're right. That's man, you're good. Look, see, this is real. You're real, man.
Yeah.
You just stated. You just and so I think, are you able to look at the outcome of all this mess that she will be reprimanded? I mean, I'm able to return back in small time, or she will be reprimanded. The gentleman I'm talking to, he's gonna go against her, not right now, but he's gonna. What do you see in that? Because he needs to open up.
It's so messy. It's so messy right now. I don't know if Ann is seeing it. I know for me, it's like I'm looking through fog. It's very hard to get some clarity here. I just know it's important. I can't emphasize this. You just one step back and observe. I know it's not easy. Don't step in this mess right now. It's the best way I can say it.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I have a sense that this is coming to a resolution and is coming to be a good thing at the end. But it will take some time, and I'm shown that this is like a journey that has to play itself out, just like Sue said. And There are many things going on, and sometimes when we are sensitive, we do pick up a lot of things. We don't feel comfortable, but try to avoid, like Sue said, stepping into it by any means. It's the best thing, because if you do, you're going to be brought into the drama, and it's like I see a vision of people wanting to drag others in. I think it's not only you. I think there are others too. So just try to stay out of it, and I have a feeling that everything is going to be fine in the end. And it's very easy to say, I know that, but just hold your visions and your thinking as positive as possible. And I think that this is going to come to resolution. And it's like this thing can be played out by itself, and people are going to get back what they had planted. So that's how I see it. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It makes sense. Play out and stuff. You're right about that. It makes sense. As I was talking to you, I felt in your words like you're telling me she's going to fall into her own mistake for confusion.
Right.
Is it correct? What you felt?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what I feel. You're sending me some energy.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Listen, Melissa, just keep your head on a swivel. Be observant. Don't step in it, more or less, is what I'm trying to say. The 3 is very important here, because I keep seeing like the middle. And the middle one is the one who you're concerned with. Is he on your side type of thing? This person has to resolve where they stand, I guess. So he's going to figure it out. There's a lot of pressure. Does that make sense? There's a lot of pressure for this person.
Yeah.
But the right thing is what's going to surface. I guess is the best way to say that. Okay?
Yes, and I know you're going to go. One more thing, when you said he's going to figure out, which means he's going to step up and he's going to say everything she has done to him, like personally, kind of bother him as well, right?
I see it like a tug of war, and he's in the middle right now, but he's got to figure that out. You just need to step back, do the thing you do. Don't jump in the mess of this as best you can. Okay? Don't, because then it won't be good for you. So as best as you can, take a step back and observe. That's as far as protecting you, as far as keeping you, I don't know how to say this, just keep us one step back a little and observe, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So
we'll do all that.
Everything evolves, it'll evolve, and you'll know it does. You'll see it. All right, love?
Yes, thank you. I'll keep you posted.
Right.
And
okay.
The next time.
Yeah, please do.
Show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do that.
Good
Thank
luck,
you so
Melissa.
much. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
God bless. God bless.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Love
Thank
you.
Love you.
Okay. Okay, Sissy. Do you want to take one more call before we wrap it up?
Yes, one more.
Okay. All right.
We have to make that a fast one because we are 15 minutes over.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Katie calling from New York. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Katie. How are
Hi,
you?
Katie.
I'm doing really, really good. I'm talking with my angels, and I'm getting answers, and things are coming fast. You know, like I'm getting answers fast,
Wow.
so I'm doing really good.
Awesome. Tell us what you're talking to your angels and you're getting things fast. You want to enlighten a little bit?
Well, sure. I literally was like I filed for unemployment, and then I was kind of just they were saying that it was just a hot mess to get through the unemployment because it's like everybody's applying, and they were saying they're going to call you back, and then they did call me, automated service saying you don't need to speak to an operator, but I wasn't able to claim weekly things. So I'm like, oh, my God. And I was just praying about it, like, I hope this goes smoothly and thinking positively and speaking with my angels. And they actually, someone from unemployment actually called me today and processed it for me.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
so she said, like, I'll get like, once she submitted, I can either start claiming it or they'll send me a letter telling me when to start claiming it and stuff. So I guess I needed to speak to her to process it. And I also was doing, like, EFT on, I kind of have a fear of, it's an exam I took, and I failed it a couple of times. So the grades are coming out soon. So I think I have a fear. I was trying to get in touch with what's the real fear behind it. And in the dream last night, I had a dream on what the fear was. And in the dream, it's like I think I would just really feel devastated or disappointed because I tried and so many times, and you know what I mean? And I tried so many times, and I guess I would just really feel disappointed or devastated or something behind it. That's kind of what I got from the dream.
Is there something that needs to be forgiven?
I don't know.
Just curious. That kind of just popped up in my head, the word forgiveness.
Maybe I can forgive myself for failing it a couple of times or something, or like, I don't know. Well,
I can tell you this. You will figure it out because as you're talking, there's three things. All right, so I wrote this down. Love, 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 angels, and you're not alone. And you have, we talked about this before, the immense amount of positive energy you have. And that, you are surrounded, and I just get Michael and Raphael and Gabriel. You are surrounded by all of them. And so they're hinting at some things that would be helpful, such as forgiveness.
Okay.
When you get one word and you're writing, it doesn't necessarily make sense to me. So they're asking that I relay it to you. So they wanted it to be very well known. You are supported, you are loved, you are encouraged, and this is the message. Make sure to forgive. Once you do, you're already moving forward with so much positive, great, loving energy. Everything is just kickstarting for you, isn't it? It's just happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's not a huge thing, but it is the forgiveness part if we don't, get stuck. So just make sure, some things that has to be. It doesn't mean we forget, but it helps us to move forward. It's kind of weird that, forgiveness seems to be kind of the theme today with a couple of things, but it's important because it's a blockage. There's a blockage that can occur if we don't. And right now, you are on a clear path. You are steamrolling forward. Things are just, it's like if you went to the casino, if you put money in a slot machine right now, I'm sure you would win.
I would love that. I love that.
Yeah, it just feels the vibration of this is very strong, really powerful, and your angels are saying this is the only thing they want you to do. It's an area they want you to work on, and everything is just going to continue to fall into place. And,
okay.
Thank you.
You're
just on this great path. But let me see if Anne's got something before we got to wrap up.
Yes. I actually have. I can. Hi.
Hi,
Katie. I can confirm what Sue said. I'm seeing that. There are always things that are popping up for us when we are walking this path. But I do feel, just as Sue said, you are way on your path, and you have done so many things with self-work and peeling that onion and doing things, and you are very very much aware. So just take the time and do something for forgiveness, and you will get it. You will understand what it is. But I am also seeing you being much more extrovert right now, and you are looking out into the world. And I also see that there's a big, significant, wonderful, positive change coming in some time. Maybe I see a 3. Maybe that could be, I think it's more than 3 weeks. So it could be 3 months. It can be something with or the third of a month or something like that. But that's a very significant one, and that will help you even more peeling that onion and kind of shedding skin a little bit, moving even more forward, and it's going to be a real abundant thing that happens to you. And in this sense, abundance, just as Sue said, I feel that you are on the road for everything. So if you would play anything, you probably win. But this is covering, this abundance is covering all areas. So it's a very good thing. A very good thing.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
That's very
thank
strong.
you. I love that. Thank you.
Very strong.
Thank you.
Katie, listen, we've got to wrap up because we're coming to a close here. Keep us informed, okay? Just keep calling and let us know.
I definitely will. I definitely will let you know how things go.
And
thank
I
you.
am proud for you.
We love you. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah,
thank you. Love you, ladies, too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, I love Katie's energy. She's just got some beautiful, awesome energy.
Yes. Everybody had today.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
yep,
she's the kind of not only asking questions, she's spreading her thing. She's spreading energy like an angel, isn't she?
Yeah. Yes, she is. Yeah, she is. Thank you so much, Katie. And like we said, keep us updated. Keep us informed how things are going. I have a feeling some things are on their way really well.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Yes. So are we going to wrap it up? So I'm going to make some announcements here before we end the show. And on today's show, we did continue talking about angel numbers. So we have, actually we call it the angel number series every third Thursday of the month. So we talk about angels and numbers and numerology and what the angels number mean. This was part 2 today. Plus, we have been taking calls for questions and free mini readings, and we just love to interact with all of you. We do. Our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is Thursday, April 23rd. Next Thursday, with Soul Sister Show, of course, and we will be holding open lines, taking your calls for questions and mini readings, or just keeping us updated what's going on for you. We'll be on next Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece. And you can listen to replays of all our shows anytime at scrollsofthesoul.com/past, or you can go to YouTube to find us. Just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio on YouTube, and you can find all past full episodes from this year, from 2020. And you can always keep yourself updated on our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And remember that you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/live, where you can listen live on the player, and you can text chat with us in the chat room, all on the same page. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And if we didn't have a chance to take your call today, please call into our next show. And that is next Thursday, April 23rd. And thank you all for listening and calling in. And we'll be back next Thursday, April 23rd, holding open lines. So that means that you can call in and talk about anything that's on your mind. So, Sissy, do you have anything you want to tell the listeners before we end the show?
Of course. I just want to say thank you, everyone. We always appreciate you calling and entrusting us with your questions. We really are so grateful for that. And like Ann said, if we didn't get a chance to take your call, you can always call back in next week. We're here at the same time. And with that, I'm going to do a shout out to my mom. Angels watch over you all night long. Sissy?
Yes, and I say love, light, peace, and joy to all of you. And see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.